Throughout the 1960s, Jamaicans in St. Paul's worked hard to overcome prejudice and earn a share in the modernisation of the city. However, the area had already developed a reputation for prostitution and criminality.
St. Paul's was like this for years, and people started to blame us, the coloured people, for doing it, when we are not to be blamed at all, because as far back as 40 years ago, the same things were happening in St. Paul's.
I think the immigrant has either worsened or bettered this. The majority of prostitutes in St. Paul's are white people. In fact, I can't remember ever having dealt with a coloured prostitute.
For immigrant families with high hopes of the mother country, the atmosphere of suspicion created a powerful sense of disappointment and disillusion.
One must always remember that Britain, as she is a result of nearly 300 years of British empire.
The relationship between us and the immigrant is rather strained, and this possibly is based upon the fact that they don't really trust us.
Britain was built on the labour and the capital and the profits that she drew from all parts of the world. She has, I believe, a moral duty to rectify some of these mistakes.
They haven't got to know us well enough yet. We do our best, but when you consider that in St. Paul's we have the Pakistani, the West Indian, the Indian, they all have their different ways of life, their different customs, and whilst we do our best to understand them, we can't by any means hope to know them well, and therefore there is this lack of trust between us, or between them and us.
The police force are, I wouldn't say they're very bad, but I think they want to learn a bit more about us, because I think they turn us down too quick, just on sight.
The West Indies was in fact built on people who were brought out from India, from Africa, from China, to build up a sugar empire, which in its turn built up nearly every large city in England. And this was done in spite of the fact that the West Indians who were already in the West Indies were saying, we can't support this population, what would happen if sugar failed? And the British planters said, well, we have nothing to do with that. We need our money and we bring our labour in. Well, you know, don't cry if now the sugar has failed, the labour starts pouring into England.
What nationality do you find are the hardest to deal with as a policeman?
In St. Paul's, or I should say the English.